Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace, a masterpiece of history, philosophy, and human nature. War and Peace, published in 1869, is a monumental novel that intricately weaves historical events with the personal lives of its characters, set against the backdrop of the Napoleonic Wars between 1805 and 1812. The novel follows the fortunes of 5 aristocratic families: the Bezukhovs, the Bolkonskys, the Rostovs, the Kuragins, and the Drubetskoys, while exploring themes of war, fate, love, and human nature. At its core, the novel oscillates between two worlds: the battlefield, where Napoleon's invasion of Russia unfolds, and Russian high society, where love, ambition, and philosophy shape the lives of its characters. Pierre Bezukhov is a philosophical, awkward, and idealistic illegitimate son of a wealthy nobleman who unexpectedly inherits a vast fortune. He struggles with existential questions, joining the Freemasons and later seeking meaning in the chaos of war. Prince Andrei Bolkonsky is a brilliant but cynical nobleman who initially seeks glory in war but becomes disillusioned after experiencing its harsh realities. His near-death experience at Austerlitz and later his tragic love story with Natasha Rostova define his transformation and inner journey. Natasha Rostova is a lively and romantic young woman from the noble but financially struggling Rostov family. She experiences heartbreak, betrayal, and growth, ultimately finding redemption and happiness. Napoleon Bonaparte and Tsar Alexander I represent the clash between French ambition and Russian resistance. Napoleon's invasion and ultimate failure serve as a backdrop to the characters' struggles. The novel juxtaposes the horrors of battle with the frivolity of aristocratic life, showing how war exposes both the futility of human ambition and the resilience of the human spirit. It portrays war as a great equalizer. The burning of Moscow and Napoleon's retreat is the pivotal moment of the novel, demonstrating Russian endurance. Instead of surrendering, the Russians burned their own capital, forcing Napoleon's retreat and leading to the downfall of his army. Tolstoy challenges the idea that history is shaped by great men like Napoleon. Instead, he argues that history unfolds through countless small decisions and uncontrollable circumstances, revealing the illusion of human control. The main characters struggle between making their own choices and being swept up by the forces of history, war, and society. A constant battle between fate and free will. Pierre Bezukhov's journey reflects Tolstoy's own personal search for meaning, as he eventually finds peace in simple human connections and humility, the meaning of life. Natasha's inner journey embodies youthful passion, mistakes, and eventual emotional maturity, love, betrayal, and redemption. War is depicted not as a place of heroism, but as a chaotic, cruel force that brings suffering to all, the futility of war. The novel celebrates Russian resilience and the unity of its people in the face of foreign invasion, nationalism, and Russian identity. More than just a historical novel, War and Peace is a profound meditation on human existence. Through its intricate characters, philosophical insights, and epic scale, Tolstoy examines life's biggest questions: war, destiny, love, and purpose, offering timeless lessons about history and the human condition. The 5 key lessons from War and Peace and Tolstoy's motivations for the novel. First lesson: true happiness lies in simple things. Throughout War and Peace, Tolstoy contrasts the pursuit of power, wealth, and social prestige with the simple joys of life. Many characters begin with grand ambitions, but ultimately find contentment in quiet, unassuming lives. Pierre Bezukhov starts as an awkward, insecure young man who suddenly inherits great wealth. At first, he indulges in high society excesses, marrying the manipulative Kuragina. However, he soon realizes that wealth does not bring happiness. His journey from Freemasonry to war captivity and philosophical self-reflection leads him to discover that fulfillment comes from love, family, and a simple, meaningful existence. Natasha Rostova is initially captivated by romance, status, and excitement. She falls for the deceitful Anatol Kuragin, leading to heartbreak. Over time, she matures and finds real happiness in a grounded domestic life with Pierre. Tolstoy himself struggled with existential questions. Later in life, he renounced his aristocratic lifestyle and embraced a philosophy of simplicity, advocating for moral and spiritual fulfillment over material success. Second lesson, history is beyond human control. One of Tolstoy's most revolutionary ideas in War and Peace is his rejection of the great man theory, which suggests that history is shaped by powerful individuals. Instead, he argues that history is driven by countless small decisions, circumstances, and the collective actions of ordinary people. Napoleon Bonaparte, despite being a military genius, is ultimately powerless against the forces of history. His invasion of Russia collapsed due to logistical failures, unpredictable weather, and Russian resilience. Tsar Alexander I is portrayed as a ruler swept along by events rather than controlling them. The burning of Moscow, a turning point in the war, was not a planned act by any leader but a spontaneous decision by Russian citizens and soldiers. Tolstoy saw history as a chaotic organic process that cannot be neatly explained or controlled. Third lesson, war is absurd and inhumane. Tolstoy does not romanticize war. Instead, he presents it as brutal, chaotic, and ultimately futile. Prince Andrei Bolkonskys, seeking military glory, realizes after a near-death experience that human ambition is meaningless in the face of nature's vastness. The Battle of Borodino is depicted as confusing and disorganized, reinforcing war's senselessness. Pierre's captivity exposes him to war's cruelty, deepening his disillusionment with violence. Tolstoy, having served in the Crimean War, became a pacifist, arguing that war is always destructive and morally indefensible. Fourth lesson, forgiveness and growth are possible. Many characters undergo moral and spiritual transformations, often through suffering. Pierre, once lost in wealth and status, finds wisdom through hardship. Natasha, after her heartbreak, redeems herself through love and family life. Prince Andrei, initially cynical, embraces forgiveness and a deeper understanding of life before his death. Tolstoy believed in moral and spiritual evolution, seeing suffering as a path to enlightenment. Fifth lesson, life is a constant struggle for meaning. At its core, War and Peace is a meditation on existence itself. Pierre searches for meaning in wealth, social movements, and religion, ultimately finding it in human connection. Prince Andrei seeks fulfillment in military glory but discovers its emptiness. Natasha initially believes love is life's ultimate purpose, but later finds meaning in family life. Tolstoy's own journey, from privileged aristocrat to spiritual seeker, is reflected in the novel, inviting readers to embark on their own search for purpose. Tolstoy wrote War and Peace not just as a historical novel, but as a meditation on existence. His motivations were deeply personal, shaped by his war experiences, philosophical inquiries, and belief in personal transformation. By weaving these themes into an epic narrative, he created one of the most profound and enduring works of literature, a novel that continues to challenge, inspire, and resonate across generations.